Hey, what's up everyone? You're here with Goran from Pickdawgz and thank you for joining me here for your free Serie A picks for Saturday, February 18th. Well guys, we have 3 games on the schedule and we are gonna kick it off with this Sampdoria versus Bologna matchup. It's a 9 a.m. game in the Italian Serie A and Sampdoria is the home team here, the team that is still without a win at home and the team that is in the relegation zone with only 11 points and the safety is slipping off, slipping away from them fast, and they do not have a lot of time left to do something out of this season. Sampdoria also hasn't been doing a good job when it comes to scoring goals, and they have scored only 10 goals so far this season. And even though they have 2 positive results out of their last 2 games, that doesn't mean much because, like I said, they are a very bad team. They do not have the defense. They are barely producing anything in that attacking end, and honestly, they would need a miracle if they want to stay in Serie A. Bologna on the other side, looked like a very good team for a while there, and they actually got 2 wins and a draw in their last 4 games. But then again, they lost to Monza at home uh, last week, and that is definitely not what they were expecting. It's quite a shame that Bologna had to end that positive streak they were on because they are a very good team. They have a lot of quality, but they are missing a lot of players because of injuries. And Marko Arnautovic is suspended, which means he will miss this game. But then again, Bologna is now playing against the worst team in the league. If well, one of the worst teams in the league, definitely, and they will have to get on the scoreboard and I think they will. But the fact that Sampdoria got 2 draws in their last 2 games might be a nice confidence boost for them. And since they are at home, they will finally try to get their first home win of the season. And if they get it, I think that this is a pretty good spot for them. So I'm gonna go with both teams to score in this one, guys. It's minus 103 right now. I think it's a pretty great price on 2 struggling teams right now, and is it time for Sampdoria to get a first home win of the season? It might be, but for that to happen, first they need to score a goal. So I'm going with both teams to score. In the next matchup, guys, we have Monza hosting AC Milan, and honestly, this one was very simple for me to decide what to take. Even though Monza is on a big run, they have lost only one of their last 6 games. Monza hasn't won any of their last 4 games against Milan. As a matter of fact, they have lost all 4 of those games, and they are the team that has less quality and less than Milan. However, that hasn't stopped them at all this season because they have been performing really well and they are in 9th place. Milan on the other side was on a huge losing streak, and then again they went to play against Torino. They won that game 1-0. They played against Tottenham in the Champions League. They won that game 1-0. They kept 2 clean sheets in a row, and they became like the best defensive team in the league in a matter of a few days. So as long as they're winning games, as long as they're keeping clean sheets, like I said, guys, this one was simple for me. I'm gonna go with Milan on the money line, plus 108 on the road against a very solid team, I admit, but the team that doesn't know how a win looks like against Milan. So I see Milan keeping their winning streak alive and staying in that Champions League spot in Serie A. And we are gonna close out the Italian Serie A, guys, between this Inter and Udinese matchup. It is 2:45 p.m. Eastern game, and we have this very solid Milan team, the team that is actually on a nice positive run. They have won 3 of their last 4 games while getting a draw against Sampdoria just a few days ago. That was a huge disappointment if you ask me, because Inter failed to score a goal against Sampdoria. Not many teams were able to do that this season, and unfortunately for Inter, they are one of those teams. Udinese on the other side has had an excellent first half of the season before the World Cup, but then when the season restarted, they lost all the momentum they had. They lost that mojo, and missing Delafeu is definitely a huge blow for this team, but unfortunately he's not yet ready to play. Now Udinese on the other hand is getting a few players back from the suspension list and from the injury list, and that will definitely improve their depth here and their chances to get a positive result out of this game. Inter also is playing in the Champions League next week against Porto, which is not gonna be an easy game because Porto is consistently getting past the group stage and they are consistently one of the best, if not the best teams in Portugal. And I think that same as all the other Champions League teams that are playing next week, Inter is kind of thinking about that game already. They are there in their heads, and that could potentially be a good chance for Udinese to get to the scoreboard here. So I'm taking Udinese to score -150. I know it's a bit expensive, but I think this is a pretty good pick, and it's actually perfect for a double. Maybe if you take Milan on the double chance and Udinese to score, that should get you a nice plus money, guys. That's it, everyone. These were free picks from the Italian Serie A. Thank you for joining me here. If you want more free picks, go to the Pickdawgz YouTube channel and check them out. Make sure you subscribe and, of course, hit that like button. I'll see you guys soon with more free winners.